Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Against the Public for June 16th. I'm Dana Lane. Today, we're going to go through my top 3 Major League Baseball plays for Sunday, and then we'll wrap it up talking about the differences between betting favorites and dogs who are coming off of a day's rest or just playing back-to-back games. See if there's any difference in wagering patterns that might be beneficial to your bankroll. After the show, please go to Pickdawgz.com where I'll have my premium Major League Baseball card locked and loaded. You could jump on my single plays or, of course, jump on that Major League Baseball 3-pack for just $49.99. Both the single plays and the 3-pack comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. Also, you guys know, in addition, there's only one way to get every single play that I release, and that's to become an all-access member, and you can do that for the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, guys, jump on that annual all-access pass that gives you every play I release for the next 365 days for just $3.56 a day. Football is coming up. We're less than 2 months away from the kickoff of the preseason Hall of Fame game. We'll be off and running at that point. So this is the time to build your bankroll and make sure you do win an all-access membership. And we've been absolutely tearing it up in the NBA, the National Hockey League. Guys, if there was ever a time to jump on an all-access pass, this is the time to do it. We are going to crush college and pro football again this year as we did last year. Make sure that you got a bankroll that we can draw from all season long. It's going to be a great season. Okay, let's get to your free plays for Sunday. Remember, these are probable pitchers. We're a long way away from first pitch, so double check these when you make your selections tomorrow. We'll start things off 1:35 Eastern Time, 9:03, 9:04. Miami Marlins against the Washington Nationals. Nationals minus $1.20, 8 over minus 15. Jesus Luzardo against Mitchell Parker. Not a surprise that early wagering has favored the Washington Nationals and the over in this one. Make sure to shop this number, though, because there are some minus $1.20s out there that it's prevalent now, but I think you might be able to get a little bit better of a number out there with the Washington Nationals, because I think you're going to see some buyback with the Miami Marlins as we get closer to the first pitch. There has been fairly significant money at Heritage. There's a reverse line move on the Miami Marlins, minus 1.5 plus $1.50, but that's just kind of for your information. See where the bigger bets have gone so far. Not much not to like about Mitchell Parker. He threw 4 2/3 innings in his last outing, no earned runs, 4 hits. If there was anything to nitpick about him, it would be his 3 walks, but if he cuts down on that, even by just 1 more, I think we're going to be safe here. That does add up to a very small earned run percentage of 1.54, allowing just 7 hits over his last 11 2/3 innings. Mitchell has not allowed more than 3 earned runs in all 11 starts this year. So all we need out of the Nationals offense is 4 runs, and we're good to go. The downfall is he is likely to pitch about 5 innings. He's not a guy that goes 6 or more. So 5 innings is about his limit in just 4 starts this year. He's only pitched past the 5th inning in 4 starts this season, so expect that. As far as Luzardo was concerned, provided less than stellar results. Really good start, guy that probably Miami had the lean on for much of the season as kind of a guy that would stop losing streaks, but less than stellar results over his last 3 games. 14 earned runs in 16 innings, 7.88 ERA. We're going to take Washington minus $1.14. Game number 2, 4:10 Eastern Time, 9:29, 9:30. Kansas City Royals against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers massive favorite, minus 260, 8 under minus 15. Brady Singer against Tyler Glasnow. And it looks like the public's going to be on our side here. 81% of the early wagering is on the over. I advise jumping on this game now because if you're tailing, we want to make sure that we lock in $1.05. We don't want to have to give a little bit more juice because that's the way that the betting patterns look so far. Dodgers are a massive favorite, as I said, and that's because I think Brady Singer is going to absolutely get smashed in this game. He might get smashed for enough runs to put us over this total by themselves. This number's at 8 because there's no doubt it's at 8 because of Glass now, not because of Singer, who has allowed 8 earned runs in 9 1/3 innings in his last 9 1/3. It could have been worse because in that, if you watched his outings, he had a ton of men on base, allowed 16 hits in that 9 1/3 innings. That's a lot of base runners. On the road, and he's got quite a home road split. On the road, hitters are hitting .299 and slugging .485. 10 walks in 5 games compared to 11 walks in 8 games at home. Glasnow allowed 5 earned runs in 6 innings against the Yankees. And his last start, we're going to go over the total of 8 minus $1.05. And then finally, game number 3, 7:10 Eastern Time, 9:19, 9:20, New York Yankees against the Boston Red Sox. Yankees minus $1.40 on the road, 9 under even money. Marcus Stroman against Cutter Crawford. The Yankees and under seem to be the side for bettors in early wagering, which means you have to get on this game right now. We have to, before we have to lay a little bit of juice. We're going to get that even money, or I've already grabbed that even money. It's still out there, but make sure you get on this as soon as possible. We remember Marcus Stroman, who he was prior to the All-Star game last year, so we want to make sure we don't make that same mistake and get the Marcus Stroman of the second half of the year that we got last year. Not that it's a guarantee he's going to go into a tailspin, but I'm going to watch as closely as I can because I've been on Stroman a lot. I've been accused of being a Yankee backer quite a bit, which is just the way it fell. Somebody had to be the leader, but definitely been on Marcus Stroman a lot. But I am going to make sure that I watch pitch count. I'm going to make sure I watch location. I'm going to make sure I watch the velocity. Make sure everything remains the same, remains who we expect Marcus Stroman to be. As soon as I see that tick down, his starts might be a go against if last year was any indication. For now, 6-2, 2.82 ERA. Recent form tells us he's pointed in the right direction, allowed just 7 earned runs in his last 37 innings pitched. That's a 1.70 ERA. Even more impressive is that 5 of those 7 earned runs came against Minnesota 2 starts ago, just to give you an idea of how good he has been outside that 1 start against the Twins. Cutter Crawford might be only 2-6, but he's pitched better than that, especially early on. Solid start against the Phils last time out, and of course we have 2 teams which shut down bullpen, so we're going to go under 9 even money. And before we close the show, here's your handicapping tip for Sunday. Let's look at days between games and how it affects the team's ability to put cash into your pocket. Let's tackle teams playing back-to-back games first. These are all teams, or not teams, but this is situations where teams are playing back-to-back games. Favorites, the next game after playing, which would be the second of back-to-back games, are 506 and 368 this year. A 579 win percentage is pretty good. Unfortunately, not good enough to turn a profit overall, minus 19 units, 19.57 units. Last 3 years, this trend is a little bit higher, so this actually might be something moving forward that you might want to take a look at on a daily basis. Last 3 years, 2,931 wins, 2,100 losses, 583 win percentage, but again, minus 224 units, a lost profit. So the moral there, the story there is teams, favorites coming off of back-to-back games have won almost 58% of the time. Unfortunately, you still have to make sure that you get involved with bankroll-friendly teams because, as you can see, overall still has not turned a profit. Underdogs over the coming off of back-to-back games, or the second of back-to-back. You guys know what I mean. Underdogs 378 and 508, 427 win percentage. Still in the red, minus 20.49 units. Last 3 years, 2,128 losses, 2128 wins, 2933 losses, 421 win percentage, minus 106 units. So not, again, it is going through these, you look at these and you're just going, okay, man, there's some, I know favorites win the majority of the time. I know favorites coming off of a game in second of back-to-back games, or as you know, when you play 3-game series, you're always playing back-to-back games. But favorites in these situations have won the majority of the time. It's just, again, we have to pick and choose which games are best for our bankroll, because we can't just put a blanket over each one of these games, because obviously it has not turned a profit. Now, a little bit more interesting. What about teams or favorites coming off of game situations where they have one game off or one day off? That's a little bit different now. Favorites with one day off, meaning a full day off in between. Favorites this year, 81-62. 566 winning percentage, still minus 5.25 units. But the last 3 years, and this is where you might want to take a look at this, the last 3 years, favorites coming off a day off are 465 and 319, a 593 win percentage, almost a 600 win percentage there, minus 16.19 units, but still gives you a better chance on a game-by-game basis using this technique. And it looks like it should get even better, because I don't think this record, by comparison to the last 3 years, just has not hit its stride yet. So might be something you want to look at moving forward. Underdogs, 52-81 off of a day off. 391 baseball, minus 9.20 units this year. Over the last 3 years, 387 win percentage, minus 77.30. So the clear focus should be on a favorite coming off a full day off, just under 60% winners over the last 3 years. But again, pick your spot on this, because you can't just blindly play this. But it's pretty good. 60% winners, 57% winners to 24. In 2024, I anticipate this continuing to be a solid trend. By the way, the Phillies, Cleveland, Seattle, and Kansas City are a combined 20-1 this season, coming off a full day off, where they're the favorite in the next game. Mets, Pirates, Toronto, Dodgers, 6-19 using that filter. If there's anything you'd like me to research, please make sure you just put it up in the YouTube chat. Be happy to get to it. Thank you to everybody who has put up suggestions, and I think hopefully we've covered everybody's suggestion at this point. That does it for your Sunday free plays and your tip. Go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every game I release for one low price. Here's your Sunday free play recap. Washington minus $1.14, Kansas City and the Dodgers over 8 minus $1.05, and the Yankees in Boston under 9 even money. That does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone who continues to watch on a daily basis. Please hit that like, subscribe button on the YouTube channel. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Sunday.